Donald Trump is a world-class pussy. He's a coward, and he's proving it yet again. Not only does he attack women and minorities in the military, you'll see that in a minute, but he has repeatedly embarrassed our nation before the world. Which brings me to Tom Hanks. As everyone knows, Tom Hanks is an actor, director, and for more than 3 decades has been an unwavering supporter of our military. His films have been applauded by veterans and veteran organizations for the depictions of the courage and heroism of the men and women in our armed forces. Hanks also lends his valuable time and name to show the world their hard work and sacrifices. And so, West Point decided to honor him, which makes total sense. I mean, former and current leaders praise Saving Private Ryan for doing what Trump and few presidents have done, show the world the real horrors of war, while people like Trump use the word war as a punchline for his own personal glory. That is obscene, but of course, that's Trump. Tom Hanks is among the most famous actors in Hollywood and has won multiple Academy Awards. In announcing the award, the West Point Group highlighted his starring roles in Apollo 13 and Saving Private Ryan, as well as his role as a producer on The Band of Brothers, The Pacific, Masters of the Air, and Greyhound. Hanks has served as a national spokesperson for the World War II Memorial in D.C., and he helped raise money for the Dwight D. Eisenhower Memorial, also in the nation's capital. The alumni group then cited Hanks' nonprofit coffee company, founded in 2023, called Hanks for Our Troops. Trump, on the other hand, got a blowjob from a porn star while his wife was breastfeeding their son.
Hey, Mr. Trump, drop your pants.
But here is the tragic twist. Trump is such a pathetic sociopath, again, a pussy, he hates that Hanks would be held above him. Tom Hanks has spent a huge chunk of his life showing the world how valuable our men and women in the armed forces are, while Trump was chasing teenage girls with Jeffrey Epstein.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
So no one was really surprised when this happened. Pissed, but not surprised.
In just a few weeks, beloved actor and veterans advocate Tom Hanks was set to add to his long list of accolades with a new honor, the prestigious Sylvanus Thayer Award from the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. But now that award ceremony has been canceled. According to the Washington Post, the decision to scrap the event, which includes a parade, was announced in an internal email to staff on Friday. The president and CEO of the West Point Association of Graduates writing that this decision allows the academy to continue its focus on its core mission of preparing cadets to lead, fight, and win. The award, announced in June, is given to an outstanding citizen who embodies the Academy's ideals of duty, honor, and country. At the time, Hanks called the honor both humbling and meaningful. The alumni group citing the 69-year-old's portrayal of U.S. service members in movies like Saving Private Ryan,
Hey, Bubba,
and Forrest Gump, as well as his longtime support of veterans and military caregivers, like his work with the Elizabeth Dole Foundation's Hidden Heroes campaign.
Hidden Heroes is all about the people that care for veterans who've come back with wounds.
it is 24 hours a day that loved one is going to require a certain type of care and attention.
And while it's unclear why the ceremony was abruptly canceled,
we need to release the Epstein list.
It comes after a number of recent changes at West Point. In January, President Trump cracked down on diversity programs in the military. Soon after, West Point shut down its cultural clubs, including those for women and minorities. In May, the president delivering a commencement speech to the Academy's class of 2025.
The military's job is to dominate any foe and annihilate any threat to America.
So we all know what happened. Trump canceled the ceremony because he's a pussy. And for the record, he's always been a pussy. And save me your PC bullshit, because that's exactly what he is. So yesterday, Trump tweeted this.
Our great West Point, getting greater all the time, has smartly canceled the award ceremony for actor Tom Hanks. Important move. We don't need destructive, woke recipients getting our cherished American awards. Hopefully, the Academy Awards and other fake award shows will review their standards and practices in the name of fairness and justice. Watch their dead ratings surge.
The fuck does that mean? Well, just so you know, Trump avoided the draft during Vietnam by having a family doctor write a note 3 different times saying he had bone spurs. When asked about this, Trump, of course, was unable to offer any proof.
Trump didn't actually have bone spurs that prevented him from fighting in Vietnam. Looks like it was just his privilege. Sad. The daughters of a Queens foot doctor say their late father diagnosed President Donald Trump with bone spurs to help him avoid the Vietnam War draft as a favor to his father, Fred Trump, according to a new report Wednesday. Dr. Larry Braunstein, a podiatrist who died in 2007, rented his office in Jamaica, Queens from Fred Trump in the 1960s, The Times reported, citing records. His two daughters told The Times that their father provided the diagnosis of bone spurs as a courtesy to the elder Trump. "I know it was a favor," Elisa Braunstein told the newspaper, who added that the small favor got her father access to Fred Trump. "If there was anything wrong in the building, my dad would call and Fred Trump would take care of it immediately," she told The Times.
Trump hates the military and has proven it many times, most notably saying it right in front of his former chief of staff, John Kelly, whose son died serving in Afghanistan.
The President of the United States skipping a ceremony to honor Americans killed in the First World War, blaming the weather, even though other officials made it. The Atlantic magazine reports that on that specific visit, Donald Trump told staff, "Why should I go to that cemetery? It's filled with losers." Later, he called 1,800 Americans who died in the legendary Battle of Belleau Wood suckers for getting killed. Trump also denied calling former prisoner of war and Senator John McCain a loser, despite an established record of saying exactly that.
But, he lost. So I never liked him as much after that, because I don't like losers. But Frank, let me get to it. He hit me. He's not a war hero. He's a war hero. He's a war hero. 5.5 years. He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
Trump also lied about going to Ground Zero after 9/11. He was never there.
Many of those affected were firefighters, police officers, and other first responders. And I was down there also. But I'm not considering myself a first responder. But I was down there. I spent a lot of time down there with you.
He was never there. His whereabouts in the subsequent 2 months after 9/11 proves that he lied.
Everyone who helped clear the rubble, and I was there, and I watched, and I helped a little bit, but I want to tell you, those people were amazing. Clearing the rubble, trying to find additional lives. You didn't know what was going to come down on all of us.
On all of us? Now he's lying about being a first responder? He was never there because he's a pussy. Trump lied about contributing to 9/11 relief funds, according to Scott Stringer, the New York City comptroller. He said there is no record of any donation from Trump himself or any Trump entity. But Trump did take time to lie about Muslims celebrating the attack here in the U.S., which of course never happened.
I watched when the World Trade Center came tumbling down. And I watched in Jersey City, New Jersey, where thousands and thousands of people were cheering as that building was coming down. Thousands of people were cheering.
And when a disabled reporter questioned him about it, he did this.
And talking about northern New Jersey draws the prober's eye. Written by a nice reporter. Now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said.
And the U.S. military leadership knows the truth about Trump.
We don't take an oath to a king or a queen or to a tyrant or a dictator. And we don't take an oath to a wannabe dictator.
Donald Trump is such a sociopath. When the military refused to violate his unconstitutional requests, he threatened their lives.
Former President Trump suggested Milley is a traitor who, in the good old days, he said, would have been put to death.
The idea that we haven't heard from the MAGA crazies about the idea that we would execute the chairman of the joint.
Some of them are echoing what Trump said.
Yeah, I mean, that is what is really frightening about this. Where is the chairman of the Armed Services Committee in the the ranking member of the Armed Services Committee in the United States Senate? Where is he? Where is Joni Ernst, who served in the military? Where are the Republicans that say they care about the military? The idea that he would get away with saying this without being totally lambasted by every Republican elected official is stunning to me. This is one of the worst things he's ever said, and imagine how high that bar is.
As you might imagine, Tom Hanks has been silent so far because he knows the cancellation didn't come from the military. It came from this.
I'd like to punch him in the face.
You bitch! Trump is a weak little man, and while he sends troops into cities chasing after hard-working men and women who have never killed anyone or attacked 13-year-old girls, The rest of the world can see the truth. And here's the truth. Every weak-ass Republican snowflake who allows Trump to continue his attack on Americans with no cause or provocation, who assists Trump in his pedo attacks on young girls by hiding the truth, well, the rest of us, we're at a loss to describe exactly what you are. But I know what you aren't. You're not an American, you're not a patriot, and you're not a defender of justice and the values our founding fathers lived and died to protect. So I guess you're just like Trump, a pussy. How does it feel, pussy?
Goddamn right.
It's sitting on my desk.
It's not fair.
Who are you talking to?
I could be a stupid person.
Trump admitted he knew Epstein for 15 years.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list.
They had what?
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
He is f***ing Satan.
Are you not entertained?
Do you have no shame?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
It's not fair.
Jeffrey Epstein?
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
TikTok.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.